Hi there. This is Marissa May, and I thought we would take a moment to solve a separable differential equation today. Kind of walk you through the steps. This one's really good in that it's got some review with some integration by parts as well. When we see a differential equation and you can identify it by having a derivative inside of the equation, your first step has to be to get the variables separated. That means you see the y and the t, they're on the same side. You want them so that the y's are on one side, the t's are on the other. Now, I like to think of this side as being over 1, so then the cross multiplication is pretty easy to see there. Now, once you have the variables separated, so all the y's are on one side, all the t's are on the other side, you're going to integrate both sides. Now, that integral of dy, you want to think of that as 1 dy. Pretty simple to see that you're going to get y on that side. Now, on the right side, you have the integral of t sine of t dt. That's where you're going to have to use your integration by parts. So just as a reminder, integration by parts says the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. So in this integral, you are identifying u and dv. And it's wise here to go ahead and let u be t, and therefore du would become the derivative of that, which would be 1 dt. And then you can let dv be your sine of t dt, and so that v would be the negative cosine of t. Now let's go ahead and replace the integral of t sine of t with uv minus the integral of v du. So u times v, so t times negative cosine of t, minus the integral of v du, so that's my negative cosine of t times 1 dt. So my negative cosine is going to make this a positive cosine t dt. Now we can go ahead, we need to integrate this last integral of cosine of t dt. That is your sine of t, and then don't forget your constant of integration. Now, your constant of integration, you may be thinking, well, why didn't we put the constant of integration back here on the left side? You technically could have, but it's only required on one side, and you're going to use your given condition to be able to figure out what that value of c is. So this simply means you're going to put in 0 for t, you're going to put in 1 for y, and we're going to see what we get for that constant of integration. So 0 times cosine of 0 is going to give you 0. Sine of 0 is 0. So you come out that your constant of integration is 1. Let's go ahead and write that back in our final answer for our equation. Now that we know what the constant of integration is, we can give our final answer there. So I hope this helps you with the differential equations. Please subscribe, like, and share. If you have other problems that you would like to see, feel free to put those in the comments so I can add those to future videos.